Alright, what's good with it, whores? It's your boy Jagging Off, coming at y'all again. As I tweeted out earlier today, I don't typically do vids about wrestling, but I felt this one was necessary because I think it would be cool shit if this were to happen. But I'm gonna give y'all thoughts on a WWE versus Lucha Underground Fantasy Warfare, like Dream Card, like pay-per-view or some bullshit, like if they were to do an event together, which I think they really should do, because shit would be great for both companies, and I think they would put on some good matches that you typically don't see. And wrestling fans are all familiar with WWE, but if you haven't seen Lucha Underground before, go watch that shit. Like YouTube some of the matches. Go watch that shit. It's on comes on 8 o'clock Wednesdays on El Rey Network. For those of you who got DirecTV, it's channel 341. But yeah, check that shit out. But just I want to put a couple of the each company's top stars against each other to talk about that shit. And I'm not gonna do any tag teams because Lucha Underground really doesn't have a tag team division like. They got the trio shit, but you know it's just one-on-one matches. Might be different type of matches though. Yeah. So first up, a match that really could steal the show from the beginning of it. Like I'd put this match up first. I'd go Phoenix from Lucha Underground versus T.J. Perkins in WWE. Both are smaller dudes, and it would really get people excited real quick early. But I think that'd be a hell of a match. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, Lucha Underground is full of small ass wrestlers." No, there's big motherfuckers in it too. So I don't even want to hear that shit. Next up, I'd put I would do Johnny Mundo, aka John Morrison, from Lucha Underground versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm gonna use NXT Superstars too, but Johnny Mundo versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Both are kind of flamboyant. Both are pretty entertaining dudes, but I think that would be a sick ass match. But moving on, I gotta get two women's matches in there first. First up, I'd have Eva Lise from Lucha Underground versus Sasha Banks from WWE. Not that I'm real big into women's matches and shit, but that one would be pretty cool, I think. Both of them can fucking wrestle pretty good, considering what's out there now. After that, I have Cage from Lucha Underground versus Roman Reigns from WWE. A lot of people don't like Roman Reigns, but I personally think he's a better wrestler than what people give him credit for. His mic skills suck, but like just on matches alone, I think that'd be tight. And Cage, another big meathead motherfucker, so it'd be kind of cool to see them go at it. And then I'd follow that up with another women's match. Sexy Star from Lucha Underground versus Charlotte from WWE. Again, both are two chicks from each company that can actually wrestle pretty good. They both sexy. Like all four women that I've mentioned are sexy as fuck. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty good too. Okay, next I'd have. Well, he's not a champion anymore, but take Matanza Cueto from Lucha Underground versus Kevin Owens. Two big motherfuckers going at it again. So I think that would be some pretty tight shit. I think both of them are better wrestlers and even though they don't look like it, they're two big ass dudes. Halfway out of shape, but both of them are pretty good athletically, and I think that'd be some good shit too. But After that, they have a different type. This should be a pretty good one. They have Mil Muertes from Lucha Underground versus Bray Wyatt in a Graver Consequences match. Now, for those of you who don't know what that shit is, that's basically like a cast, the WWE's version, or Lucha Underground's version of a casket match, like all the shit you'd see The Undertaker used to do. Like, you beat the shit out of a dude, put him in a casket, you shut the lid, then it's over. So I'd have that on there. Let's see, after that. Damn, I had one on the top. I had one at the top of my head, but I can't fucking remember what I was gonna say. Oh, fuck it. Let's do this one first. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one. I'd have Rey Mysterio from Lucha Underground. Y'all probably know him from his days in WWE. Versus Seth Rollins of WWE. Like, both of them, very good wrestlers, little dudes. But I think that would be halfway entertaining. They both like to do that high risk shit, but are good main event guys. So that shit would be pretty dope. After that, I would have Dean Ambrose from WWE versus Pentagon Jr., aka Pentagon Dark from Lucha Underground, in a like street fight hardcore match, something like that, something where like there's no fucking rules and they can do whatever the hell they want. And see, this is why I think Lucha Underground will probably have to host this shit, because you know WWE's on that PG bullshit. But Dean Ambrose, before he came to WWE, was did a lot of crazy shit. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was in New Japan, like some match I watched it where like he was hitting people with barbed wire and bats and shit like that. And they're both two crazy motherfuckers. Like Pentagon Jr. is like my favorite wrestler in Lucha Underground. So he's a sick fuck in the ring too, and some of the shit he do in hardcore matches. But you want to see, by the way, you want to see the best hardcore match that you probably will see from the past 5 to 10 years. Go on YouTube and look up Pentagon Jr. versus Vampiro at Ultima Lucha 1. That fucking match was probably one of the best hardcore matches I've seen in a long ass time. Like, even Vampiro, as old as fuck as he is, like, Pentagon did some shit and carried it to make that shit entertaining as fuck. So, like, that was really one of the best matches I've ever seen. So, if you haven't seen that, man, go look that shit up. It was really a good ass match. So, yeah, Pentagon versus Dean Ambrose. And then finally in the main event, I would put AJ Styles from WWE versus Prince Puma of Lucha Underground. Now, those of you that watch Lucha Underground, I know they did the Graver Consequences match that he lost to Mil Muertes and like supposedly his career owner. And plus, I read a rumor somewhere that WWE was looking to sign Prince Puma, but currently he's still in Lucha Underground, I think. So I'm sure we're gonna see his ass again if the rumor of him going to WWE ain't cool. But again, two of them. Probably two of the top guys in each of the company. So, and again, both of them, even though they're not particularly small dudes, they all do that high flying shit. So, yeah, man, I think that'd be a tight ass match. So that about does it. That's my card. Write in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm sure I left plenty of people out from both company. I know I purposely left fucking John Cena out because no one wants to see that bitch wrestle because he fucking sucks. But any matches that you guys would want to see from a WWE versus Lucha Underground perspective, man, I'd like to hear it and give you thoughts on it. So leave that shit down in the comment section. But anyway, that's all I got. I'll be on the hangout tonight. And for those of you wondering about that shit, I'll probably be there a little bit later because I got to go work my second job. But I ain't gonna be there right at the start, I'm sure. But I'll be there though. 'Cause I know I got some shit to say on the Jags and fucking all the Bortles haters and all that bullshit. So based on my conversation with Rando and some of the other guys that went off the record, I'm sure it's going to be a pretty interesting show. So y'all look forward to that. But anyways, it's your boy Jagging Off checking the fuck on out.